Direct order. Do it now.
Hi guys, it's Jim. I'm going to do a slightly different video today. I obviously do my hauls and sales updates, etc. But today I want to talk about something that, for me as a business seller, or for anyone as a seller really, is really important, and eBay don't seem to do anything about it whatsoever. And that subject's feedback. Feedback is the measure that eBay use for a seller's performance, i.e. a customer receives something, they leave feedback saying great product, give you 5 stars on your performance, on your shipping time, on the description, and other things. And eBay then use the figures that they're given by the customers to work out your feedback rating, obviously, and then also your performance rating, which can either be below standard, above standard, top rated, and then you can be a power seller as well. Currently I'm top rated on my business account. I have been a power seller for most of the past 12 months, but that's just slipped slightly recently. Now, the reason that slipped is because I've had some negative feedbacks. People saying items have been late, people saying items aren't as described, things like that. Which is fine. I accept sometimes I might describe something as working and it could be damaged or something, it might not work, or the condition isn't exactly what I think it is. People's levels differ, if you like. I might say something's in excellent condition, because to me it is. Someone receives it, they think, hold on, no, this isn't excellent, it's only good, therefore he's not described it correctly. I'm going to leave 1 star for his description. Absolutely fine, acceptable, no problem at all. And my issue with the eBay feedback ratings is they're not fair. They're not fair to us sellers. Now, there's many other things on eBay which are also not fair in my eyes to sellers. But this one is critical to my business. It's critical to any reseller's business. Being top rated, being a power seller can mean a reduction in fees. You save money. You get better options on promoting items. You can generally get better tools to be able to use to sell your items. But that is calculated on feedback. So I'm going to show some figures now to back up this, to show what I'm on about. To see why I'm saying that it isn't a fair measure, because I'll show you why. I'm going to put some graphics on the screen from my seller's account to give you actual figures so you can see exactly what I mean. So here is I'm going to just pull it up on my screen so I've got it here as well. Here's my eBay business account. I've currently got a 99.5% positive feedback rate. I'm fine with that. I accept, with the volume of stuff I sell, that sometimes somebody isn't going to be happy and someone's going to leave me negative feedback, or indeed neutral feedback. Absolutely fine with that. I have not got a problem at all with someone leaving me negative feedback when it is deserved. But here we go. You can see from this one here, let me just bring this up. Selling, I have sold in the last 60 days 1,050 items. Pretty good for me. That's very good for me. That was up to about 1,200 a couple of weeks ago, but it has slipped. The volume of stuff that I'm selling has slipped slightly. That is above what I normally sell. I normally sell in 60 days probably 600 to 700 items normally, not 1,000. But I'll take it. So here's the feedback. Here's my feedback score here. You can see that if I go into feedback, it shows you the number recent feedback ratings for a month, for 6 months, for 12 months. For the last month, I've been left 216 positive feedbacks, 2 neutral feedbacks, 1 negative feedback. The last 6 months I've been left 902, 8 neutral, 4 negative, and so on. And 1,537 for the last 12 months. 10 neutrals in total, 8 neutrals in total. Now, here's my issue. If I've sold 1,050 items in the last 60 days, that averages out at 525 items a month for the last 2 months. Yet for the last month, I've only received 216, well no, 217, 219 if you include the negatives and neutrals, 219 feedbacks in the last month out of over 500 sales. Now, okay, a lot of people won't have received their items yet or won't have got around to leaving feedback, but even so, that's way less than what they should be. And also, again, if you look at the 6 months, now if I average in my 60-day listings, let's say 600 sales, that averages out at 300 sales a month. That's about the sort of figures that I run to, 300 a month, let's say, is an average. 300 a month for 12 months would be 3,600. For 6 months, it would be 1,500, 1,800. I've received 902 for 6 months, and I've received 1,537 for 12 months. That's averaging at around 45%. So only 45% of sales I get feedback for in total. Now then, here's my issue. The figures that they're estimating for me to be top rated, to be whatever, to be below standard, to be understated, is all a percentage of the feedbacks that I'm used. So people who aren't happy with the product are guaranteed they will leave negative feedback or neutral feedback. That's fine. But people who are happy with the goods, only 40% of them are leaving feedback. They can't be bothered, they don't have time, or they just don't see as it's necessary anymore. It used to be, but not anymore. It's just not necessary for people to leave feedback, or that's what people think. But what I'm trying to say is that it is exceptionally important that they leave feedback. If 80% of people had left feedback, I think that's an acceptable figure. 80% of people had left feedback. My percentage wouldn't be 99.5, 99.8, 99.9. My late postage percentage wouldn't be, I don't know what it is, 1.5% or whatever. It'd be 0.8%. I'd be top rated all the time. I'd be power selling all the time. But because people can't or don't leave feedback, it affects my ratings. It affects what eBay give me, it affects the offers eBay give me, and it affects my business at the end of the day. This is also the effect, it's not only my business account that I'm having issues with, I have this issue on my personal account. Yeah, I sell stuff on my personal account, my stuff. I'm totally entitled to, it's not a problem. The feedback rate on that account is about the same, about 40%. Now the issue I have on my private account is that I'm below standard. The reason I'm below standard is because somebody bought an item off me, and on their address they didn't put the number of the house, so it just said Smith Grove or whatever it was. I didn't pick up this, I automatically print my labels, I didn't spot it, so I sent it and it didn't have the number. The item got returned to me about a month later saying no number, but in the meantime the customer had raised a case. He'd left me negative feedback, he'd left me 0 stars on all of my settings, which, because I don't sell very much on that account, maybe 10, 15 items a month, has put me to below standard. Now at the moment we're packing up to thinking about moving house, so we're trying to get rid of loads of stuff in the house. So now I am limited to the number of listings I can list on eBay. Most personal accounts have 1,000 listings now. Brilliant. But I've not. I've got 100. Now 100's a lot, but I'm trying to list hundreds of items at the moment that we've got lying around the house that I have not bought to resell. Let me say that now in case people start commenting, oh, you're listing stuff from your business, HMRC are going to get onto you. You're not. I run a business account, I'm fully HMRC registered, I'm fully tax registered, I pay my taxes. these are personal items that I have not bought to resell. They're items that have been given to us over the years, some of them stuff we've had for years. That's another story. I'm not going to get into that. That's just to avoid people start saying things. My issue is, though, if I'd sold 15 items in that month, if I'd have been left 14 positive feedbacks and then had this one, I wouldn't be below standard, I'd be above standard. My figures would completely change. And then it wouldn't be having a negative effect on me at the moment, which is what it is. Okay, it's quite a drastic one, that. Fortunately, my business account is not in the same situation. I'm still above standard. But anyway, this is my point. eBay needs to do something about feedback. People just don't leave it because they don't see it necessarily. But as I'm saying in this video, it is paramount to eBay, because it's what us business sellers are rated on, is our feedbacks. We have not much backing off eBay at the moment as it is. We're not allowed to leave negative feedback against buyers who mess us around all the time. We're not allowed to, we have to pay for returns, even though, oh, I've tried it on, I don't like it. Well, it's not my fault, you know. I'm a small, you know, self-employed person trying to make a few quid. I'm not John Lewis. But I have to accept that. I offer free postage because eBay want me to offer free postage on my items and ship fast and free. I do ship fast and free. But people change their minds on the item when they receive it. I have to pay. That postage is not refunded to me. I have to pay it. I take it on the chin. It's not fair. eBay needs to back their sellers sometimes, and this is one thing that I feel really strongly about, that I think that they really do need to back us. Something needs to be done, whether it be automatic feedbacks. So if say after a month the customer hasn't left feedback, you automatically get a positive feedback, or reminders need to come up regularly for sellers to leave feedback. Something needs to be done. I'm sure I'm not the only one who feels like this, but I'm just putting it out there. These are my views completely. I just want eBay to be a fairer selling place for sellers. They side with buyers over everything. Just eBay, please give us something. This needs to work, because at the moment it's not. It's affecting my business because I'm not getting the offers I should be getting. People are not seeing my business for what it is. I should, you know. They might think, oh, hold on, he's got all these negatives over the last few months. But if my positives were the realistic figure, it would be a completely different percentage and it would look way better. That's what I'm trying to say. Something needs to be done. I don't know what. Maybe this is a discussion for a longer video. But anyway, that's me ranting on. Please comment below. I'd like to see other people's comments on the eBay feedback system and what can be done. Yeah, so look forward to hopefully getting some more ideas about that. So yeah, thanks for watching. It's Jim, Extreme Booters. I will see you next time. Bye.